Similar scenes unfolded all across campus today. Memorials are in all different spots around campus, and I spent most of the morning outside the largest memorial near the Student Union Center, and just listening to the conversations and just seeing the faces and the grief. A lot of people just stood there in silence, reflecting as what had happened. And one scene that played out that I don't think I'll ever forget was a girl, a student, and she had her mom and her dad on either side of her, and she was just breaking down as she was pointing. She said, "Mom, I was right there. I was right there when the shots rang out." And she was just reliving what had happened just 24 hours earlier. I also had a chance to speak with a group of 4 students, juniors and seniors, and here's what they told me.
It's just so quiet, and it still doesn't feel real. I mean, this morning when I woke up, I kept feeling like I was gonna wake up from a bad dream.
Just 2 weeks before graduation, Ava Drush and her friends never imagined they'd be placing flowers on this growing memorial on the campus of Florida State University.
I was in shock all day yesterday. I just can't believe that. I mean, you hear about it, you don't think it's ever gonna happen to you, but it shouldn't be happening in general.
As the reality of what unfolded here just a day ago starts to sink in.
Just been in such a state of shock. I don't even know what to feel.
Students are trying to process how their peaceful campus was turned upside down when police say a 20-year-old student opened fire near the student union, killing 2 and injuring 6.
Then we started receiving the FSU alerts, and we were driving on campus, and we watched people start running, and cops' cars were flying onto the grass and jumping out of their cars with their guns out, and that's when it kind of was oh my gosh, this is actually happening right now.
While classes were canceled Friday, students leaned on one another, determined not to let an act of violence destroy their tight-knit community.
On Legacy Walk, this is a statue of unity, and for hate to be put on this campus, it's just something I never thought would happen here. It's genuinely such a beautiful place with so much love, and I know that we will not let hate disturb this last few weeks. I know that hate will not win. So
if there's a silver lining here, it's that we're all together. We all have such a strong sense of community, and all the students are going to have each other's backs getting through this.
And every student you stop and talk to has their own story of where they were when the shots rang out, or if they didn't hear them, where they were when they got the alert that there was an active shooter on campus. We're continuing to hear the stories of students who were inside the student union when the shots were so close to them. And today, Brett Reed is a sophomore at FSU who our Riley Phillips spoke with. He's from Jacksonville, and he says that he was doing his homework in the student union when he heard gunfire. He says he took off running only to hear a man yelling for help.
I'm ducking across and I start hearing cops, and I hear this man with his hands up, yelling, "Hey, help, help, help." We run over to him, and we're ducked behind one of the benches over here, and he had 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 shots on him.
And Reed says that man was in shock, but he was able to talk. He went back to campus today to retrieve his belongings because, like so many students, when they heard the shots, they took off running and leaving behind their bags and their keys and situations like that. And so he went back to get his belongings. He says he's looking forward to going home to Jacksonville to be with his family this weekend. And that's what so many students are saying. I just want to hug my mom. I just want to see my best friend, and just thankful. As you heard that one student say, this shooting really puts life into perspective. They are so thankful to be here and to have survived this shooting because unfortunately 2 men did not. Those 6 that were also injured, the hospital today saying that they are all expected to make a full recovery. That is the latest from the campus of FSU. Jeannie and Anthony, back to you.